Survival Ready podcast, and with me I have Logan.
Hello.
Um, I know I haven't been on for a whole lot lately, and I want to do just a quick update for anybody that is interested. I am going to be getting back on a regular schedule. It just so happens that we had some, shall we say, health issues in the family that needed to be addressed.
Yeah.
So what started with we were just taking care of things got much worse, and so well, not me, but my wife actually spent a little hospital time. And to be honest with you, if you really want to hear that story, she does her own YouTube channel, and you can kind of jump on there. I could put the link in the description if anybody's interested, if you want to hear her part of the story. But so I did have a bunch of time that I needed to step back and take care of family. And if you've watched me on this channel at all and listened to any of the stuff that I talk about, you know that family is really important, and there's nowhere else to go from there. So, and of course, as we're talking about family, this is my son Logan.
Hello.
He is our Chaos Space Marine expert in the house. So he has been collecting Chaos Space Marines since he decided to cut up some of my Dark Angels and turn them into Chaos.
Yeah.
So,
Well, actually, they started with Blood Angels.
well, okay.
Well, it started with Blood Angels. We got an evil color scheme. we got ooh, this guy. This was originally a.
Black out your face so it zooms on.
This was originally a.
Those are Dark Angels. It was a Dark
well,
Angels helmet.
Yeah, Dark Angels helmet. That it was used for my original Space Marine design, but I turned him into a Blood Angels dude, and then I realized, hey, this could become a Legionary.
Right.
So, yeah, because I had a squad of 5 tactical Marines, which you can't really use. So I decided, hey, these just could become 5 Legionaries.
Yep.
So
after playing Blood Angels, of course, he fell to the draw of Chaos, as Blood Angel players sometimes do. Just kidding. But no, there's he actually got into the hobby aspect, and the two of us kind of just brain trusted the whole Chaos thing. He wanted to do a Chaos, didn't want to do like one of the main legions like Iron Warriors or Night Lords or something like that.
Like,
so
there was good parts about each legion, but none of them excited me. So I made my own. I went through color schemes. I watched a few videos on how to make your own legion, and I ended up with a color scheme.
Right. So you're making your own warband.
Yes.
Do you want to tell them a little bit about what you've come up with on your warband?
So far, their name is the Abyssal Claws.
Okay.
I really like the Claws name. They have a dark blue color scheme. They do a lot of stealing and raiding. Like, they will take pieces of armor off their opponents.
Yeah.
And they will take them back and they'll paint over or just, oh no, this one's damaged, and like take it off and put the other one on.
So they're essentially like pirates?
Yeah, a lot like pirates.
Of the Chaos Marine variety?
Yeah, kinda.
And what else do they do? What else do they do when they come across armor or whatever on the battlefield?
Well, yeah, I mean they'll steal the pieces clean off the guy. But they'll also steal like gene seed from the opponents.
And I thought this was a really cool concept because he wanted to do a lot of, taking parts from other units, making like Dark Angels bits and Space Wolf bits and Blood Angels, of course, and anything that he can really find, and kind of incorporate it into not only a lore story for his warband, but also for a modeling and getting into different modeling techniques and kit pashing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, and it gives them more of an identity because, but also less of one because like they get more. We can have everything, but then they're not special because they have everything, which I kind of like that theme because it almost makes the troops more ununique. Like not like ununique, but like it makes them part of the mass that they of what they are.
Right, right,
Stealing and looting until there's not much that is themselves.
right. And a couple ideas that you did come up with, like um, you have a whole squad of legionnaires that are
Yeah.
just essentially firstborn marine miniatures,
Yeah, I think.
chaosified.
Yeah.
You also came up with um, a chosen squad, which is
Yes.
all veteran Dark Angel miniatures. So
Yeah. I mean,
all the older guys with the robes and the yeah, so like that.
Kim. We got.
So he's got all this um,
He's got two swords.
lore about how they're sneaking into the night, and not only are they just taking off the people that they fight against in combat, but they will actually visit places that there was a fight and units got left or armor got left or whatever.
This guy, he's got an. Ooh. Eh.
It's not gonna get it.
He has an ultramarine symbol on him. He has the horseshoe with a skull at the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly which ultramarine marking that is.
But does it matter?
No. Well, not to them. Not to them. It just becomes another item.
All right, and so some of the things that you were thinking about in the future before we get I just want to expand on this before we get into our actual topic here. One of the things that he really expanded upon and is one of the special characters he wants to use, and I know you don't have them yet, but do you want to tell him a little bit about that?
I would like to use a unit who uses like the rules and stats of Fabius Bile. I want a head apothecary to lead as they take like the gene seed and the different items. And also deals with like the modifications and like a little more demon stuff.
Yeah.
He is like the gross mixing master, I guess.
Right. He's the evil scientist in charge of all this, essentially. So, and I like that idea. I mean, that gives him a chance to not only can he add a special character into his army, which obviously, like, there's some of them that he could, like, obviously Abaddon works for not only Black Legion, but he can step into anybody's role at this point.
Yeah.
But he can also he's adding Fabius Bile. So this way he could actually use that detachment for Fabius Bile if he wanted to at some point.
And the one that's my army goes by the name the Ghoul.
Yeah, and he's the Ghoul, which I think fits very well because he's imagine just that, like a ghoul in Dungeons and Dragons or in mythology that kind of goes through and picks over the dead and takes things or eats the flesh of the humans. Well, in this case, he doesn't eat the flesh of the humans, but he steals those gene seeds and plants them into somebody else.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic idea. And I think that's an amazing amount of lore that you've put into just a single warband.
Yeah.
And he's only been doing this since
June?
May,
more like July.
Let's say May or June.
Well,
and he didn't get he got the combat patrol in the end of July.
Yeah, I'm thinking like June, July I started. It didn't start too long before I got the combat patrol.
Yeah. So let's say he probably got serious into it actually in July.
Yeah.
So this being October 2nd today, he's only really been doing this for 3 months, and he's put such lore into it as a veteran Warhammer player and enthusiast. It is amazing to see somebody this fresh get such great ideas and expand upon it. So
Yeah, I just need to get them into more battles.
yeah, and we're gonna work on that. So all right. So anything else you want to tell them about your warband? What you've got? How about what you've got painted so far, and what you're happy with at this point?
I've got quite a bit. I've got a Master Possession from the Combat Patrol. I gave him these like blue flames.
So, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Combat Patrol as we move on.
Got this Rhino.
Old school Rhino.
Yeah, oh yeah. I built this thing from like leftover pieces. Like he got out like a bunch of scattered pieces.
Yeah.
Like there was one in like 6 different bins.
I didn't even know it was in there, to be honest with you.
And then gave it to me and said, "Hey, you should build this." So we searched up the image. I built it.
Yep. So he's got an old school Rhino to go in.
But I mean, it fits with the Firstborn. Got a Hellbrute. I got the Dark.
The Dark Vengeance.
Yeah, Dark Vengeance Hellbrute. Oh, he's awesome. I love him in my color scheme.
Yeah, and he's got the multi-melta and the Power Fist. He of course does have the Combat Patrol, which does include those possessed, the 5 possessed.
Yeah, I got it possessed.
Which he has painted, almost focused on it. No, it's just not going to do it. Okay. Well, we're working on it.
Yeah.
So we got possessed. He made his own chosen squad, like I mentioned. He's got the Legionnaires and of course some cultists. And then he did make, what's that guy?
Oh, he's a champion.
Okay.
Aspiring champion.
All right. Not too bad.
With a plasma pistol and a cursed weapon. He's pretty awesome.
All right. And then, of course, that has 10 cultists, which... Did you finish painting your cultists yet?
I've painted a few.
Okay.
I think I have 10 collectively. I got this guy.
All right.
I mean, he's not exciting and probably should be painted.
And then just a couple weeks ago, you got some Terminators.
Oh, yes. Let's do this guy.
And we kind of rounded out those Terminators, or his army, with some Terminators. Not that he has a hero to go with him yet, but he's working on it.
Yeah, I mean, I could get Abaddon. I could get Abaddon.
Chaos Lord, Sorcerer Lord, and Terminator armor. Yeah, there's a lot of choices.
Yeah, I'd probably get I like the Sorcerers.
Right. So, okay. So that's a little bit about yours. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I think that's it.
Okay. So, he even does have lore about what planet they came from and the terrain that they're in and stuff like that. And then when he does add like vehicles and stuff like that, you even said about naming them after pirate ships.
Yeah, pirate ships and
legendary creatures of the seas.
Yeah, I was thinking for like if I ever got knights, I would name them after like legendary creatures. So like, I'd have like a knight tyrant, we could call him Leviathan.
So you'd name them after all the Tyranid hybrids. There'd be Kraken, Behemoth, Leviathan.
Basically.
So
basically.
But no, I think that's great because you'll have a really nice themed out force, and I think that's going to be great for you. So, okay, so that being said, I didn't have a lot of hobby progress. Again, there was a lot of stuff going on. I'm not even gonna double back. I think I put some work into my nights, but not a lot. So we'll just gotta bypass that. I all I'm not sure where I was at the last podcast, but all my armigers are built and ready to be primed, or I should say they're sub built. Um,
Yeah, because they're
so they're
still
all ready to be primed. They're all ready to go. Once I get them primed, then I can start painting them, and then we'll fully build them. Um, just as a reminder, if you're interested, I built 2 as Warglaves, 2 as Helverins. This way I can do the combat patrol if I want to. It gives me a mix of types. And then when I build the Knight that's actually in the box set, I'm actually going to be building the Canis Rex because I have all the pieces from when I built my first Knight. So, that being said,
and the nice part about the armigers is that they can also become war dogs
correct.
because of a same thing,
Right.
same kit.
And I'm going with a custom theme on my Knight, so it's
yeah,
not going to be a specific Knight household or anything like that.
So it's not even like non-lore accurate or nothing. Like you
Right.
could just argue, oh yeah, this is a chaos.
Right, right. So, all right. So that being said, to the main topic, we are going to talk about Combat Patrol to Crusade. Of course, we have a lot of intentions to working on Crusades and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm thinking the chaos is going to make an appearance in the Crusade.
Yeah,
because we haven't started it yet. So
again, we've had a lot of stuff going on. This summer became far busier than I expected it to, and then when we went back to school, it was like a stone to the gut. So everybody's been really busy. Everybody's been working hard, and props to my kids. They're both very busy all the time, and so am I. So here they keep me going. I keep them going. It all works out well. So that being said, Combat Patrol to Crusade. So let's talk about what's in the Combat Patrol. So for the cast Space Marines, let's start with the character.
It is the Master of Possession. I've showed you this guy right here. He's awesome.
Right. He's essentially just a sorcerer light.
I think he is just,
or he could be a sorcerer. He does have a psychic ability, right?
He's got a psychic ability. He's a psychic unit. I think he's just a sorcerer who works in a different division.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
More. Yeah, he works more in possession,
right?
Instead of demons.
Right. Or just psychic.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just straight warp magic.
So that's the character. Of course, as a leader, he can go with either 2 different units that come in that box set.
The Legionaries,
which you get 10 of.
Or the Possessed.
And the Possessed is if you don't know what a Possessed is the big demon-infused melee monsters for the Chaos Space Marines.
They're huge.
They are higher toughness, higher strength, and they just run forward and beat the snot out of things.
Yeah, this guy's like a whole head or 2 taller.
Yeah. So as you can see, size comparison, they're just bigger, they're just stronger. And of course they have cool axes and
they have axes
different
and
blades
swords
and stuff like that.
Flesh bits.
So that Master of Possession can work with them. He can lead them, or he can lead the Legionnaires. Both are great choices. Depends what you really want out of your Combat Patrol. The last unit that's in there is a 10-man squad of cultists.
Which is always good.
Which cultists, especially in Combat Patrol, it really rounds out that Combat Patrol really nicely. I think.
Oh yeah.
Um, Compared to some of the others that are a little lean one way or very specific in what they do, I think the chaos one is actually very well rounded.
hmm yeah, I'd agree with that. Like the only thing it's missing is something large, but it's a nice combat patrol to start off with, and then you grab like a helper.
Or yeah,
I mean, I
absolutely.
use helper because he's a cheap force multiplier. I recommend him. He's
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So the way we always do this is I always make a list up and tell you my recommendations, what I would do to bump this up to a Crusade level force. So you've already got your combat patrol, you painted them, you played plenty of combat patrol games. You want to take the next step. You want to collect the next miniatures to up your game, to move on to the next part of the story driven part of the game. Um, because let's face it, combat patrol is a great way to get into the game. There's nice, small, simple games to play. The missions are very unique and very flavorful.
Yeah.
But with only 6 of them or 7 of them, whatever it is, um, there's only so many different ways to play them. And of course, if you're playing the same combat patrol over and over again, um, I can see where it starts to get stale a little bit. So what what we like to do is bump everybody up to the next level. So Combat Patrol started right around 500. Of course, over the way the edition's going, they've gotten cheaper. I don't think any of them, except for the um, Custodes, is actually over 500 points at this
Yeah.
point.
I think Blood Angels is close, but Custodes is like 700.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
it's very expensive. So point wise.
Yeah,
So
point.
when we do Custodes, we're gonna go over that, but I haven't gotten to them yet.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the easiest one. You get like a dreadnought and
Right,
a squad of guys,
right.
and you're there.
So I'm gonna defer to Logan on this one. He's gonna give us his list and why he added what he added. Oh, I should mention the Crusade by itself is 400 points on the nose. So you have 600 points to play with. And what did you think about putting in?
Well, so I started off. I used everything. Okay.
Well, that's the point.
Oh yeah. I know it's the point, but I just want to make it clear. I used everything. I put a. Yeah, let's start with characters. I put a Chaos Lord. He's
Okay.
gonna be your warlord.
Okay.
Why? Because everyone loves a Chaos Lord. Everyone says they're really good. I mean, like, if you see any recommendations for a character, you see Chaos Lord. And they're an awesome force multiplier. They're an awesome unit to have to lead your crusade.
Correct.
I
And the
mean,
Chaos Lord has abilities similar to a captain.
yeah, just I think he's a little stronger, which is also fun.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
And so when you're figuring out your moving up to 1,000 points, what did you figure you were going to put the master of possession with? Would he go with your possessed, or would he is
He'd probably
typically
he'd probably go with possessed.
okay?
Or probably there's another unit.
That we're going to get to.
Yeah, there's another
Okay.
unit we're gonna get to.
All right.
Cultists, legionaries.
Those are the ones from the box set, right?
Then I'm gonna skip over my transports. Well, my dedicated transports, because I actually have one. But we have Chosen. If you've
Okay.
ever heard anything about Chosen, you've heard they're good.
Okay.
I mean,
Why are they good?
because they are a very well-rounded unit. They get to advance and charge and shoot all in the same turn. They're good.
Okay.
I mean, and they're all 3 wounds. They all have power swords, basically.
Okay. Accursed weapons, right?
Cursed weapons, or one has and you can give one pair to cursed weapons and one a power fist, which is huge. And most of them have bolt rifles, so it's not huge shooting,
Yeah.
or bolt guns. That's a more accurate one.
Yeah. Bolt
But
guns.
yeah, they all have bolt guns, which are good.
Right.
It gives them a decent shooting. Yeah, you can give them pistols and stuff, but just chosen. Everyone loves chosen.
Just the fact that they can move around, advance, charge, shoot,
Yes.
advance, shoot, charge.
And with,
Sorry.
and with the possessed, you could really run them forward and strike hard. And and the other unit I was talking about for putting the master of possession on was chosen, because the master of possession gives them a +1 to advance and +1 to charge.
Okay.
So you give them more threat range.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I think is
Not
nice.
only can they advance and charge, but then now they can advance and charge with a +1.
Well, I mean, adds up to a +2.
Well, +1 each.
+1 each, but 2 extra movement.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super good. Then I put in a Hellbrute, an awesome unit, a force multiplier. His aura to give both sustained and lethal hits to anyone who dark packs is huge. It's also very good if you play like pack-bound zealots, where you get bonuses based on your dark packs.
Yep.
And I mean, running the Hellbrute alongside the Chosen or the Possessed can just make them more devastating.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You could even run them with the Legionaries if you need for like shooting power.
Yeah. So, okay, so you have obviously you showed off your Hellbrute with the Melta and Power Fist.
Yeah.
If you were going to do it differently, now obviously that model is very unique. It actually came in the Dark Vengeance box, which was the 7th edition rule set. So, if you had to buy a Hellbrute, would you give it different weapons?
So,
ooh, trick question.
Yes.
Okay.
But I would also just magnetize it.
Okay, but I mean, fair. That's fair.
I mean, to run him in a Crusade, I would probably give him. Yeah, I'd probably give him different weapons.
Okay.
He doesn't have bad weapons, but I would either. Melta's not bad, but like I would. If you want to do like a ranged one, I think it'd be nice to have like las cannons and the missile launcher, or to do like an auto cannon and then like the fist.
Yeah, but realistically, you want that Hellbrute up in the front line.
That's true.
Because he does have that aura.
I mean,
it's only 6-inch aura or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he can also boost your backline if you want to play like that.
Yeah.
Which is like, if you're gonna lean into a backline,
yeah,
I'd give him more range attacks. If you want to lean him up to the front line, the Melta's not a bad choice. The fist isn't a bad choice. Like maybe instead of the fist, you could do
the scourge.
You could do the hammer. The hammer's pretty good. The scourge is a nice one because it has those 2 wound attacks.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with a Melta and a fist.
Okay. So what else you got in there?
I got 2 more guys. I have a Chaos Rhino, going back to my dedicated transports.
And what's the intention for the rhinos?
So, 1 of 2 things. You could run them with the Chosen.
Okay.
Put the Chosen in the Rhino and lets them drive up across the board, giving more threat range, giving them more. You're gonna get them to where you need them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could put your 10-man legionaries there in.
Okay.
And let them move faster and blitz across the place.
Right.
Or even you could just use them to like take the Rhino, pick them up, and then you could drop off your chosen and then pick up your legionaries and drive them to where they need.
Right. So it's just a school bus.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also nice because it is a block that can have
Right.
stuff right in it.
All right.
And my final thing is a Chaos Terminator squad. So you're able to deep strike them behind your enemy's defense, and you're able to cause havoc upon your enemies.
Right.
Have them charge, some backline units, do some nice damage, or even create enough of a distraction to push your front line further in, sealing their fate.
Right. I can agree with that. I mean, a unit that you can deep strike in is incredibly helpful in a 40k fight. Um, for anybody that's just played Combat Patrol, I know there's not a whole lot of deep strike involved. If there's any, I'm not even sure if there's any involved.
I think Sanguinary Guard can.
Okay, so there is some, but just to have those units to drop in, whether you need to reinforce your back line, get behind into the enemy's back line, turn a flank, something like that, and just drop units. And of course, the Terminators, I mean, they have a heavy weapon, they've got combi weapons, so it's really not a bad choice overall. I think you can really get some good usage out of a unit that just drops in, shoot something, and then is also a charge threat as well. So no, I think that's a fantastic choice. I think that's a great way to do that. Obviously, I always look at everything from the cost factor as well.
I mean, I didn't exactly look too far into the cost factor, but I don't think there's one unit there that you wouldn't want.
I can agree with that.
5 Terminators could easily lead you to a nice 5-man Terminator squad. Put them in, you could get another 5, get a 10-man, lead them with Abaddon. Chosen, everyone loves Chosen. A Chaos Lord. You're going to want a Chaos Lord.
Correct.
Correct. A Rhino is always going to be nice for however you play them. The Hellbrute, it's a Dreadnought.
Right.
I like Dreadnoughts. They're kind of cool.
No, I think they're all great choices. So do you want to hear what I came up with?
I would like to.
Okay. So I always watch when I go into this, I always think of the most use I can get out of all the models. So of course I went with the basic Combat Patrol, the Master of Possession, the 5 Possessed, the 10 Legionnaires, the 10 Cultists. Okay. Now, I am a collector as well as a gamer, so I always want the cool, interesting models that go with these things. So when I'm like, okay, I have a nice core, and this is the one thing that I like about this Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol, is it has a great core of units. You have a squad that's going to run forward and get into close combat as close as possible. You have a unit that's is a midfield fighter that's going to shoot at mid-range and can get into close combat if it needs to. And then you have that cultist where they're going to drop on they're going to hold an objective, probably run to the next objective and grab that one, and then just kind of dance around the battlefield and try not to get destroyed while they claim objectives. So the first thing I thought of when I was going to add to this is I want another mid-range squad. And for me, I had to go with the Nemesis Claw box set. Okay, and the reason I did that is I wanted another, like I said, another mid-range. I like the idea of Chosen, but I really wanted a bigger squad. So,
that's fair.
And if you haven't seen the Nemesis Claw models, pause the video, unless you're watching live. Pause the video, go look them up, find some of the great pictures online of these models. These are gorgeous. Like, I'm not a Chaos Space Marine player, but I could be with these models. I mean, they are amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
they are Night Lord themed. They have the big bat wing helmets and stuff like that.
Which which means you're probably gonna want to proxy a little bit. Like they're Nemesis Claw-esque, let's say.
Right.
If you're playing Word Bearers or
there's
Warriors.
Actually nothing that says that they are officially Night Lords or anything like that. So they're not like,
I think they're
not like Imperial Fist only kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or Ultramarine only kind of thing. They are just a unique squad. And so the other thing the other reason that I would like to is if I wanted to play Kill Team, I now have Legionnaires that I could play with, or I could play with the Nemesis Claw. It gives me two different squads, different kill teams to play with, and I think that would also be a lot more use out of another box set to kind of add on to that army.
That's true.
So, what do you think about the Nemesis Claw? I mean,
I think they're pretty cool. I mean, I've liked them. I like the models. I like their stealth legionaries, which is kind of cool to have and to consider.
Right. I mean, I kind of look at them almost like they're like the Reavers of the Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah,
almost like that. You know, where they're that terror tactic squad.
Yeah,
like the Reavers are. So the next thing that I'm going to be honest, at this point, I really wanted to put a Forge Fiend in. It's such an impressive model, but I actually opted against it, and here's the reason why. First of all, it's 180 points, so it's a big sink into a 1,000-point army. It's almost a fifth of your army. So I scaled it back, sort of. So I decided to dive into the demon possessed side of that, and I decided if I could get one box set to kind of jump things in that direction. So I went with the Obliterator box that also comes with the Venom Crawler.
That is a very nice box, especially for starting an army.
And it's only $75 or $70.
It's around that like 80 range for two squads of dudes.
And it's actually a really good deal. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah,
it's $79.
So yeah.
So you get one Venom Crawler, which was in the starter box 2 editions ago. No,
I don't know.
Or it was in the Combat Patrol two editions ago, not the starter box.
And that gives you 2 Obliterators.
But it also gives you the 2 Obliterators. The Obliterators and the Venom Crawler together are incredible backline units. And on top of that, if you haven't fought against a Venom Crawler, hope your opponent didn't bring 2. Because that is not only is it such a cool spider-esque miniature, it looks like a big crawling spider with even like the big abdomen in the back, but the more things it eats in close combat, the tougher it gets.
Yeah,
so not only is that thing scary if it stays back and shoots, I think it's got like a 36-inch range.
Oh yeah, it's got a 4 range,
which makes it deadly in the backfield, but also if you charge it forward and get it in, it only becomes scarier the more things it eats. It's not super powerful in close combat, but if it's finishing squads, it's going to get tougher and tougher and tougher.
Yeah.
And I believe it is a demon, if I remember correctly. So it does have that invulnerable save.
I think it has a 3-up save, 5-up invuln.
Right. So, and I believe if it eats things, it also can regenerate. That might have changed though.
No, I don't. No, I think
they might have gotten rid of that.
I think
but
when it eats things, it gets an extra attack.
there you go. So the more things it eats, the more powerful it's going to get in close combat. So if you can just pick off little squads,
Oh yeah,
that's the way to do it.
they're cooked.
So, and of course those obliterators, same thing. Like you can drop those in your backfield and just shoot from your backfield because they have a pretty decent range. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but
Obliterators.
I think they're 40 inch.
They might be 36.
Might be 36 as well. But either way, I mean, they're definitely a farther back unit that you can kind of jump on the board. They deep strike, so they can jump on the board wherever you need them. So if you want to drop them in your opponent's backfield and start shooting at them, the only downplay to that is they are only 2 models. So if you lose your 2 models,
18 or 24.
Okay, so they're 24. So that's right. They have the different weapon choices now. But that's the nice thing. They do have Melta, they have Blast, or they have sustained hits, depending on your mode of fire.
Yeah.
They are die 3, die 6, or die 6 plus 3 shots. And of course, that's strength 12, strength 8, strength 5, all respectively. But even like the focused malice, it does have Melta at 18-inch range, or 18-inch total. So that means at 9-inch range, you have an extra 2 damage on top of their 4 damage already.
Oof, that's a nice Melta. 18-inch.
Right.
With D3 attacks for 4 damage. Like, ending up with 4 damage.
So, and of course, they can indirect fire once per game. Which isn't nice. It's nice, but man, it's not that exciting. But they are a good unit to just drop down and annoy your enemy with. So, and they're not a slouch in close combat either. So they have 4 attacks, strength 9, -2 with 2 damage each. So they're not bad. They're nice, well-rounded, and I think they're 5 wounds apiece. Oof. With a toughness 7.
Yeah. So they're pretty beefy.
And again, they have the invulnerable save because they're Daemon infused. So they have a lot of stuff going for them.
But they only have a 4-inch move.
They do only have a 4-inch move. That's why you want to deep strike them where you want them to be and just kind of let them stand there and do their thing, or wander around wherever you drop them.
I mean, a nice thing you could do with them is you could take the which attachment? Renegade Raiders, and you give them all assault weapons.
Yeah, you could do that,
and that would really increase their movement.
Right, because you roll a die 6 for your assault movement.
I mean, you could over double. You could over double their movement.
Right, you would double their movement on an average roll.
Yeah.
So adding that box was just great value into that army. So that's why I went with that. And then of course the last thing, I really did a lot of fighting. I kind of wanted to put characters into this. The characters did not work with the points that I had left. So I figured, well, if I'm not going to have characters, I put in a tank. So I picked a Predator Destructor, and my choice, of course, with a Predator Destructor, especially in this force, is to go with obviously the twin-link, the autocannon, and then go with 2 las cannons on the sponsons. So at 1,000 points, there's usually not a ton of armor, but between the Predator Destructor and the Obliterators, I think you'd have no problem getting rid of any armor that does show up.
Yeah.
So my choice for this, for a detachment to play this in, would be Packbound Zealots.
Is that a bad one?
And what I did choose just for ease of access into this is just went Chaos Undivided.
So they're all undivided.
Everybody's undivided.
Okay.
So that means everybody gets a reroll on ones to hit.
When you make a Dark Pact.
When you make your Dark Pact, yeah. So all ease of access. Everything works well. I could have spent time and said, okay, I want maybe the possessed to be, corn, but I really wanted to have the flow. So like I could take my master of possession and I could put them with the legionnaires, or I could put them with the possessed without making them universally, making them very specific.
Yeah.
I felt if I made the possessed corn and I made the legionnaires Slanesh, for example,
Yeah.
Then I would have to choose where my master of possession would go. So
Yeah,
I just kind of
it
rounded
makes them
it out at that everybody is Cast Undivided. It also goes for a nicer theme, so I could go with, if I wanted to play them as, let's say, Night Lords, they could be Night Lords. If I wanted to play them as Black Legion, they could be Black Legion.
Yeah.
Or if I wanted to be Abyssal Claws, they could be Abyssal Claws.
Yeah. That's a pretty nice list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be fun to play with at 1,000 points. Obviously, the one weakness is if you went up against something that's very heavy armor, you're going to be relying on your Obliterators, your Predator Destructor, and your Power Fists, if you have them, to take down your vehicles.
Yeah.
That's kind of going to suck a little bit.
Well, I mean, my list doesn't do much better.
At 1,000 points, you're not going to see a ton of armor.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing for what I picked was the Hellbrute.
Yeah.
He's not bad. I mean, it's the Fist and a Melta.
But it's a good choice. Good anti-armor choice.
That is true.
And you do have Power Fists in almost every squad, don't you?
Yes.
So that helps too.
Well, except for my Legionary squad.
Right. But your Terminators do, your Chosen do.
Hellbrute does.
Possessed don't, but...
Yeah, Possessed don't, but... And my Rhino doesn't, but...
Right. And your Cultists don't, obvious.
I mean, a Chaos Lord could have one.
Right.
I'd probably give him a cursed weapon, and a Power Fist.
Right.
It's just an awesome combo.
So yeah. So that's about it for this episode. Is there anything you'd like to add before we head out?
I don't think so.
What about Logan? What do you do other than come on here and visit me?
Well, I play on Lakeland Legends.
Right. And that's every week?
Yep.
Generally.
Yeah, every week to the best of our abilities. I was once a DM, but now I'm just a player.
Yep. So.
But I do have a very famous character.
Yeah.
Well, at least within the group.
Yeah. So if you want to watch Lakeland Legends, we have an episode almost every week. I'm going to say every week, but it's not quite. Again, family first. So we took a couple weeks off, but really every week, right?
Yeah.
We don't miss too many. So usually Sundays, sometimes it gets away from us and it's Monday night or Tuesday night, but especially with school activities and stuff like that, we really need to keep on to Sundays. So Lakeland Legends on Sundays on YouTube. And then if you want to watch me, if not here, I'm also on Bounty Hunting Across the Galaxy with Todd and Ken. And we're going to get an episode out pretty soon, I think. We're working on the next episode, let's put it that way. We missed one because of stuff. So that's it for today. We want to thank everybody for watching. If you made it this far, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to be more regular, and we're going to get back to doing Paint Nights Thursday nights too. So get on, say hi, and We'll see you soon. From us at Table Ready Painting, we're here to help you and your models become table ready. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.